Versatile Mage. Chapter 104. I want to become stronger. The strength of the rupturing wave of flames instantly burned into the spirit wolf's muzzle. You could distinctly see the spirit wolf's mouth bones deform severely, and its jaws were quickly swallowed by the fierce flames. The fire didn't stop there. It tyrannically expanded down the spirit wolf's throat and crammed into its abdomen. Its belly immediately bulged as though it were going to explode. Boom! A loud sound erupted, and the vicious spirit wolf was turned into grilled, stinking meat by the rupture exploding inside it. Its body landed heavily in front of Bai Yang. Bai Yang's sardonic smile immediately froze. His expression turned terrifyingly dark. His previous spirit wolf's bloodline was superior to this one, and he had nurtured it into an extremely powerful summoned creature, but it had been accidentally killed by a practical student. That time, the kill had used all sorts of tricks. This time, the spirit wolf was directly bombarded by his opponent's powerful dual element magic. I admit you are indeed different from most students whose limbs go weak when they encounter a magical beast. You're not worse than any veteran magicians. However, you will still die. I will use your corpse to feed my next summoned beast. Bai Yang covered his chest with one arm, his face ghastly pale as it twitched uncontrollably. In the end, Bai Yang had underestimated this student. Lightning strike, wrath shock and fire burst. Rupture might heavily wound a spirit wolf under normal circumstances, but wouldn't normally kill it outright. This student had driven his fire burst directly into the spirit wolf's mouth, instantly killing it. Such precision and cunning were far beyond what a normal student would think of, or be capable of. However, so what if the spirit wolf had died? Once he obtained the underground holy spring, Bai Yang's status would change completely. For a great summoner like him, a mere spirit wolf would no longer be worth his time. You too, kill him, Bai Yang ordered coldly, glaring at the two dark beast monsters. The dark beast monsters, who had been chasing others, instantly turned toward Mo Fan. They were far nimbler than the spirit wolf, able to leap across vehicle rooftops and use the cars to constantly shift positions. The two clearly knew how to cooperate in hunting prey. They split to Mo Fan's sides. Even if he used lightning strike to suppress one, the other would pounce and slash his throat. They drew closer and closer. Mo Fan, now without the bone scythe shield, had only enough time to complete a single magic star path. With no time to think, Mo Fan instinctively condensed another ball of fire. The rupturing effect of fire burst might allow him to dodge slightly, but handling both dark beast monsters afterward would be extremely difficult. Mr. Zhu, cast brilliant light. Mu Bai shouted to Zhu Musheng from nearby. Zhu Musheng glanced at Mu Bai and saw the blue star radiance rapidly condensing in his hands. The experienced and knowledgeable instructor immediately understood and began casting his own light magic without hesitation. Brilliant light. Blind. If cast properly, this immensely bright radiance could blind a magical beast and strip it of its combat ability. Sensing the strong radiance, Bai Yang turned his face aside with disdain. Such radiance couldn't injure anyone. If you didn't look directly at it, your vision would quickly return. And his dark beast monsters. Don't be foolish. They had no eyes. Creatures of the Black Vatican were unaffected by blinding light. Black Ice Chop. A voice came from behind Bai Yang. In the next instant, a tremendous cold intent struck the back of his neck. From the tip of the milky white radiance, a pitch-black sword emerged from nowhere. Its cold edge flickered, emitting a piercing chill as it split through the air, chopping down toward Bai Yang. Bai Yang was sharp. He had positioned himself beside a car, without a summoned beast at his side, to avoid sneak attacks. But the black ice sword didn't care. It cleaved the car in two and split open Bai Yang's back in the same motion. The cut was sharp and powerful, cleanly severing Bai Yang's left shoulder. Blood dripped down, but the wound instantly froze under a layer of ice. Bai Yang slowly fell to the ground, staring upward, disbelief etched on his face. He, a summoner who had tamed 3 beasts, killed by students who had been terrified of magical beasts just a year ago. Death Strike magic equipment. Why would a student who hadn't graduated possess such a precious weapon, and use it in such a sudden, lethal way? He hadn't even had time to activate his own defensive magic equipment. As Zhu Musheng's brilliant light dimmed, Mo Fan saw the two dark beast monsters suddenly halt amidst the radiance. They clutched their throats, bodies twisting in pain. Shockingly, their pitch-black forms seemed to melt under extreme heat, slowly collapsing into black sludge. Not even 5 seconds later, the two who had been ready to kill Mo Fan were nothing but vile black liquid, bubbling with foul stench. The dark beast monsters are linked to their masters. If the master dies, they also perish. That's why they are the Black Vatican's most devoted evil creatures, Zhu Musheng explained, wiping sweat from his forehead. The other students gathered, glancing at Hiyu's body, then at the two pools of dark sludge. Their faces were filled with exhaustion. After annihilating the magical beasts, perhaps they could begin to connect with one another. But after Bai Yang's betrayal, their trust in human nature was shattered. Who knew how long it would take to recover? The Death Strike magic equipment my uncle gave me on my 18th birthday has finally been used, Mu Bai said with a bitter smile, seeing everyone's eyes on him. Death Strike magic equipment was a rare attack-type tool. Once activated, it unleashed immense killing power, at the cost of huge mana consumption. It was even more precious than magic armor. Even many magicians couldn't afford it, let alone ordinary people. What Bai Yang hadn't expected was that one of his students possessed such a weapon. Even wealthy families wouldn't casually give such a thing to an ungraduated student. No matter what, Mu Bai's Death Strike tool had saved them all. Without it, they might not have survived the Dark Beast monster's extreme speed. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.